remember one of the artists speaking about, it was Jefferson. It's an anecdote, but I think it's really relevant here. Jefferson was speaking about a project he was doing where, again, there was this recording of the city, right? The sounds of the city. And there was a group of people that he was traveling with together. And, actually, this was a friend of his, an artist friend, who had asked the group to travel with him because he was recording with quite expensive equipment. And so you kind of need a group, around Johannesburg with. And as he's recording, and they're moving through different areas, and the group of friends he's with are chatting along and so on. And when they play back the sound, they hear that in certain areas, the group of people kind of code switches, for example. In one area, they're speaking English, and then suddenly, Saberinga is Tsotsi, and then the next moment, they're a bit more quiet, and then they move along, and they're a bit more boisterous, and so on, So it's almost as if the city tells you, because they're not having a conversation about like, now it's time to switch to, no, it's happening organically. It's almost like the city tells you what it needs, how you perform yourself, how you become. And that was such an interesting thing to him. And we were having this conversation as we were discussing this notion of the sounds of the city. And I think what the guys are doing with capturing this, also kind of trying to give audiences a sense of what parts and what areas of the city ask for different things or give different things, and what textures you can hear. Because in this little project that I described, the artists were then trying to figure out, where were we in the city when we switched to Setswana, or where were we in the city when we got a bit quiet? So it has a personality, I think, and that personality can be heard. So I think that's really what they're trying to do, and trying to give us an entry point into. And maybe as we move between these like sound installations, we can get a sense of the different personalities of Johannesburg and the different things that come up that might, again, be unexpected, because we see it in a certain way, we hear it in a certain way. Oftentimes when we're moving, we're also being kind of thinking about certain things. We're being hyper vigilant, shutting off, certain things. Our minds, filter out sound. But when we're in a particular space where we're able to really, really listen deeply, maybe putting our guard down in certain ways, that we're calm enough to be able to listen to all the finer details, certain things come up, that we might not have expected. So